Hey, Evan here at the Old Town School Music Store. This morning we're checking out two pretty remarkable Teles style instruments, both made in the US and both priced at well under some pretty well-known competitors. The first that I'm holding and was just playing is this Larrivee Baker-T. This one is crafted right in Oxnard, California. It's got this pretty eye-catching ice blue metallic finish with a matching headstock, just for good measure. The other instrument we're going to check out before I get too far into this one is actually built right here in Chicago. This is a Dan Strack. He calls it a rustic Tele style instrument. And this one, like most of Strack's work, is actually made from reclaimed hardwoods that tend to be indigenous to the Midwest. So this one is going to be Douglas Fir and pine, so a nice lightweight resonant body. Let's check them out. So let's take a look at this Dan Strack Rustic Tele first. This was an instrument local luthier Dan Strack had originally brought over for the Fretboard Summit, sponsored by the Fretboard Journal here at the Old Town School of Folk Music. This one is using a pine and reclaimed Douglas fir body. The top on this instrument is pretty remarkable. Dan is a furniture maker by trade as well, and this has what you might call a live edge, where you can really see the texture and feel that pine. Fans of things like barn casters or really relict instruments might be pretty into this one. It's also using, in kind of a nice touch, just some reclaimed masonite as a pick guard. This is a lightweight Telecaster, which also tends to translate to a really resonant instrument that gives me nice sustain and blend that I don't always associate with a Tele-style guitar. As far as pickups go, I've got these hand-wound, to my ear, pretty hot Fralin pickups in both the bridge and the neck. It really balances this instrument out and gives it a warm mid-range that's just a joy to play. As a Larrivee acoustic fan myself, this one is pretty exciting to me. This is a Tele style called the Baker-T that is designed by Jean Larrivee's son, Matthew Larrivee, who's openly a pretty big Tele fan. A lot of this instrument is based on specs from a 54 Blackguard that I think was kind of an inspiration for Matthew. That is everything but this sweet ice blue metallic finish with a matching headstock that we just had to get our hands on. The pickups are actually hand-wound, designed again by Matthew Larrivee, maybe a little lower output in more of a vintage style. What I find that translates to is a remarkably articulate tone. Even if I'm driving the amp a little bit, even if I'm in that sort of bell-like neck position, I've still got some great string-to-string balance and articulation. I'm really hearing every note. Another really noteworthy thing on this Telecaster is the comfort of the neck. Pretty much everyone in our shop has been struck by this slim C neck profile. That means even as I'm getting way up the neck into some chord work or soloing, I'm really able to get my palm confidently around here and choose exactly which notes I'm looking for, and it just feels great in those open and kind of lower chord positions. This is also a really lightweight instrument. It's made of swamp ash, which is sort of a classic Tele style wood. And again, it just gives it this feel as soon as you pick it up, like this is an instrument designed by someone who really knows Teles. Well, hey, we totally appreciate you spending a little time with us this morning at the Old Town School Music Store. Again, this is the Larrivee Baker-T, handmade in Oxnard, California. Pop this one back down. And this is the Chicago-crafted Strack Rustic Tele. We should have links to both of these in the description below. Totally leave a comment. If you're a Tele fan, if you've got a bone to pick with Teles, let us know. We'll see ya.